And now, the starters for your Wilmot Panthers. Number 2, Haley Wilmot. Number 3, Riley Alexander. Number 10, Ashley Lesko. Number 23, Caroline Claus. And number 25, Zeno.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to Veterans Memorial Fieldhouse, where we have a Southern Lakes Conference matchup between your Wilmot Panthers and the visiting Falcons. We're sorry our broadcast got off to a bit of a late start, but our Wi-Fi was cut here from Wilmot for about 20 minutes, so we were unable to do our pregame show. We hope it stays online for now. We've got a full night ahead of us, about 4 hours of broadcasting on the dock. Interviews at halftime with boys coach, Coach Urbantrow, and potentially during the men's game, an interview with the girls coach, Boyd. But here is tip-off. It's Lesko. And the Panthers win the tip-off. And driving up and good. Caroline Claus starts off this game in a hurry. And that's one of the things Wilmot has to do. They're in second in conference right now, trying to move up in the standings. And they put up a lot of points per game as they get a steal, but it over and back by Claus. They put up a lot of points. They shoot in a very effective manner for a girls team, and especially in this conference. They hit a lot of threes, and they'll score in a hurry. This is a team that they know they should beat, but that first point that typifies the kind of effort they're going to need tonight. Falcons passing it around now. They're struggling a little bit on the season, second to last in conference, as Zeno almost comes away with a steal there. On the outside, and Lamberson. She's going to take it coast to coast up. Oh, too long. And Zeno will get called for an over the back. Right idea there by Lamberson. She just couldn't quite finish. As Wilmot has an early 2-0 lead. Here come the Falcons. Facing a press here from this Wilmot squad. Bad pass, but they'll remain possession. Mid-range, and that'll fall. So 2-2, an early tie here with 16:57 to go in the game. Lamberson running point for this Panther squad as they get it inside to Zeno. She can't convert. Here comes Central. Dane, and what key players look for in this Wilmot squad to contribute to the scoring tonight?
I think right now we got to look out for Claus. She's come up very big lately for the Panthers. Also, you always have to look out for Morgan Zeno, the senior captain.
I agree. Zeno has a quite versatile game. She'll shoot and bang down low. So you really just got to look out for her in all aspects of the game. Good pass there by Claus, and it gets back out to her. Lamberson to Alexander. Oh, and that'll fall. 5-2, and the Falcons come right back, but they miss on the break. Wilmot might have some numbers here if they go quick. It's Claus. Spin move. Dishes out to Zeno. She pulls up, and that one is long, but the follow-up no good either. It's another big thing for this Panther squad. We know they shoot it well, but when they're also rebounding, getting second opportunity chances, that's when they're at their best. Drive there by Central, no good. And that's going to be a foul on Claus as she went up for the block. They call it on Zeno. I don't think she was really contacting there, but the ref didn't have a great angle on the play.
That'll be Zeno's second personal foul. Looks like Becca Bell's going to come in to replace her.
And, well, it hurts. Becca Bell, not much of a downgrade. She's a tremendous player, both on offense and defense. High energy as well. Here's the second shot here from Shannon Griffiths. And that is no good. So it's 5-3 early here. And here comes Wilmot into Bell. And she turns it over. Right idea, trying to get it inside. Just couldn't get it to go. And a foul there on this Wilmot squad. Looked like it could have been a travel, but the foul occurred just prior. This Central squad looking for some revenge is they kind of got shown up on their home court against Wilmot 1 month ago. Inside here, they dish it back out. And another foul. This Wilmot squad's got to stop if they want to have any of their starters remaining in. And Caroline Claus goes to the score table. Looks like she's going to check into the game. My mistake, Karina Labor. She comes in for Lesko. Wilmot's got to slow down a little bit on defense. You know, they're a little bit maybe too high energy, a little bit too amped for a big rivalry game, and they're fouling in a hurry. Inside, good defense by Bell, and she'll get the rebound as well. Wilmot out ahead on the break. Here's Alexander. Dishes. Claus, and that one is short, but the rebound to Labor. And the drive, it'll be Central ball off of the knee of Claus. She's looking for a foul there. There was a little bit of contact, but couldn't determine if it was enough to determine a foul. Here's Central to inbound. Still seeing some aggressive defense here from Wilmot as the steal by Claus. Here she comes. Gives. Lamberson pulls, and that is short. A few empty possessions here for the Panthers. Dana, what's going to turn around here? I think, personally, they just got to stop fouling on defense and let the game come to them.
Well, right now, Wilmot's been playing very aggressive. They have 4 fouls, but they've implemented a full-court press on these Falcons, creating turnovers.
And nice drive there by Claus, excuse me. Blocked, but it's dished out, and Wilmot misses its second 3 in a row. And the Central crowd getting into a little bit with a big air ball sign. I think if you're Wilmot, though, you got to continue to take those shots. That's their game. During this break, we have time to show you some of the stats, some of the graphics we've got. So the Wilmot girls on the season are 10-6, second in conference, and they're trying to fight their way into the #1 spot. Currently, Union Grove holds it. Last game out, they beat Delavan Darien. We don't have stats available for the girls that night, but they battled past the Spaeth sisters and put up a respectable win. The Falcons on the night, 2-13 coming in. Second to last in conference, putting up 31.6 points per game. We'll bring you back to the action now as Wilmot leads 5-3 with 14:20 to go, and they get another steal. There's Claus. Passes. Alexander inside. Labor. Dishes. Good passing here, and Bell. Oh, she misses a mid-range. Labor the last to touch it there.
Claus already has 3 steals with this full-court press.
Yeah, impressive defensive numbers, but unfortunately they're not turning the opportunity into points. And Claus will pick up a foul.
I mean, Claus's second. Looks like Ketterhagen's going to come in and get her sub.
And not a huge problem for this Wilmot team as they've got tremendous depth at the guard position. So Ketterhagen in now. And she almost gets a steal the first time out. This defense playing very well here. And a steal by Lamberson. Here on the break, she gives it up, and in. Kenzie Ketterhagen getting her first points of the night. And a timeout by the Falcons there. We take a look around the conference tonight, and the games that really matter for this Panther squad is going to be #1 versus #8. We'll see if Delavan Darien can help out the Panthers and pull off a miracle. And if they do that and the Panthers win, it would vault them into first place. Burlington versus Badger is another game to look at. Both teams trailing Wilmot, but not by much in the conference standings. Our keys to the game is don't be afraid to shoot. We've talked about the squad can shoot. Don't let up. It's a conference matchup. The other team might get a lot of energy from the big crowd, and draw from your home crowd. It's vital in a big game like this. As we resume our action here on the court, here come the Falcons. They haven't done much on offense so far. Sarah Backus with the ball. Spin move. Looking to give it up here. The one thing I will say about the Central squad is they pass the ball around well. Is an air ball there by number 44, Amy Degner. And it'll be Wilmot ball as they inbound here. Up 7-3 early. 13-19 to go in the first half. Here comes Lamberson. Gives it. Labor dishes back out. And a bad pass as Labor will turn the ball over. Sloppy basketball from both squads to start this game. Quite a few turnovers and missed opportunities on both ends of the ball. Falcons to inbound. It's Sarah Backus, the point guard. She's been running point all night for this Falcons team. Driving inside and dishes it out. Quality mid-range look, but no good. Catterhagen the rebound. Up ahead, it's Bell, and she can't get that to go off the glass. Falcons have numbers. And they travel. It looked like they might have had an opportunity there, a little 5-on-4, but they turned the ball over. Dane, and what's going to break the scoring drought here? Neither team putting in a bucket for 2 minutes.
Well, I think Wilmot's got to take a lot better shots. They are very much contested, the ones that they're taking.
Yeah, and I think this passing's got to improve a little bit as well. As I said, both teams playing rather sloppy to open this. I think you'll see the game potentially get a little bit more physical as it goes on. Obviously, very physical early with Wilmot fouling a lot, but that's just what you expect out of a rival game, as Lesko will go to the line, drawing the foul. And to the scorer's table is Hickey.
That was a good job by the Panthers attacking the Falcons' 2-3 zone.
And I believe Hickey's going to enter for Ketterhagen there as Lesko hits the first. And she enters for Alexander. 8-3, 12:26 to go. Lesko second. That is good as well. So 9-3, Panthers lead by 6. Falcons on a little bit out in the break here. They get it to Backus. She passes out. Great defense here by Wilmot. Oh, almost a steal there. Ketterhagen pressing up on her opponent. And Lesko as well. They're not giving the Falcons any breathing room, and they'll get the ball. Great defense there. This Wilmot squad relentless on D. Let's see if they can turn this into some points here. They love to enjoy a double-digit lead here coming down the stretch, as it's still early in the game. Ketterhagen passes it. Hickey, that is short. But the rebound by Ketterhagen gets it back out. Great effort. Bell has it now inside, up, and she can't get it to go. They bring the press, however. Coach Boyd really stepping up the heat this game, and a little bit conflicting storyline as he used to coach the female Falcon squad just 3 short years ago. He came to Wilmot this year. It's his first year coaching. He didn't think he'd have the job when he came here. Wasn't anticipating being a coach, but there's a turnover in the coaching staff, and he wound up with the job. A Wilmot graduate in 04. Here comes the offense. Hickey's got it. Dishes it out. Ketterhagen gives it back. Some tremendous passing between the guards, and they find Lesko all alone, but she can't convert. Jenkins has checked back into the game for this Panther squad. Here come the Falcons. They've been looking for some mid-range shots and pull a deep one there, and it falls. So 9-6 after the 3. Great look, and she pulled it. Great spin move by Lamberson. Out to Ketterhagen, and that will not fall, but Lamberson gets the rebound. Jenkins, she has it, gives, let's go, and she can't get it to go. So 2 missed shots there from Wilmot after getting the second chance by getting the offensive rebound. Ketterhagen playing some tremendous defense, and she gets a steal. Here's on the break. Oh, what a move, but she can't get it to go. Here come the Falcons. And nearly a travel there. And Lesko bats the ball away, and Wilmot come away with the steal. Hickey, she'll pull it. And that'll fall. Here come the Falcons. And she loses a shoe on the play. And the 3 will fall. My correction, just the 2, but Lamberson fell out of her shoe on that play. And this one's remaining close. Just a 4-point contest with 9:37 to go. And Dane, you think it'll stay that way going into half, or you think we're going to see one team pull away?
I think we can see the Wilmot Panthers really pull away. There have been a lot of tough shots that are not able to fall. Very much contested, even the open ones.
Yeah, their shooting percentage pretty low to start this game. If we see the regression to the mean later on, they'll pull that back up and start hitting some shots. And in is Rita for the Panthers. Ketterhagen into Jenkins. Back out. Takes a mid-range jumper, and that's no good. I think they got to change the shots they're taking. These contested mid-range jumpers are not typical of their game. Their swarming defense, however, is looking great tonight. Falcons get another 3-point opportunity, but don't get it. Rita on the rebound. Gives it up. Pull up. No good. And the shot long by Hickey. The Falcons will get the rebound. And it'll be Wilmot ball. Let's go inbounding. Here comes Ketterhagen. It's Rita. Gives it out to Hickey. Wilmot trying to produce a 3-point look here and nearly turns it over, but finds Hickey all alone. And she'll draw a foul.
Foul on Malloy, her first, team second.
And the foul there, Wilmot will remain with possession. Here is Ketterhagen. Hickey's been looking to get a 3 all game here. She's hit 1, but she's looking for another. Dribbling it around. Gives it up. Rita. Dishes. Ketterhagen. And some solid defense here now from the Falcons as Hickey pulls from deep. And that won't go. And then a foul on Wilmot. I think it'll go against Ketterhagen. And Zeno checks in for Jenkins and Bell for Lesko. So a changing of the post players here. Here's the inbound. And Wilmot nearly comes away with another steal and a travel. They'll get possession. Dane, you got anything to say about the swarming defense Wilmot's playing? It's not turning into points on the other end, but boy, are they showing a lot of energy on the defensive end of the ball.
Well, two different philosophies. Wilmot has been going with pressuring a full court press, and Central's been going to a 2-3 zone. Both have been able to stop the offense.
And Becca Bell will draw a foul there. Another missed mid-range shot for the Panthers. Rita will inbound. Gets it. No one's on Claus, and she fails to get that one. The Falcons will get the rebound. Here comes the point guard. Number 23, Stephanie Dupac. Inside, and the foul will go on Bell. Substitution here for Wilmot as Alexander and Lamberson will enter for Hickey and Ketterhagen. Shooting one in the bonus here is Shannon Griffiths. Her first shot. That is good. She's 3 for 3 from the line right now. Here comes her second. And that one is short. Wilmot with the rebound. Here comes Lamberson. To the corner. Alexander. That won't fall. And the rebound. Out to Wilmot. Inside. Zeno kicks. Pull up. Bang! Lamberson makes good on that opportunity. 15-9. A 6-point Wilmot lead with 7:17 to go. Here come the Falcons. They've been suffocated by this Wilmot defense up to now. And a bad shot. But it will remain on this end. It may have been altered. Yeah, I think that's what happened. Wilmot got a piece of that ball. Here's the inbound. They get it to number 42, Sierra. Sierra passes out. Pull up another three, and that is short. Bell to inbound here. And this Wilmot home crowd, awfully quiet to start the game. They're here in numbers, but we're not quite hearing them yet. And a bad pass there. Goes through Zeno's legs. Be Falcon ball. Another careless pass there for the Panthers. Pass out inside and stolen. And drawing the foul as well. Bell inbounding now. It's Lamberson. She cuts and dishes. Zeno. And that'll fall. 17-9. 6:20 to go in the first half. And the press continues for Wilmot. They will not stop the aggression on defense. Pulls up from three. That won't go. Lamberson the rebound. Dishes. Alexander all alone. And it won't fall off the bounce, but they get the rebound. She puts up another shot, and the floater is good.
And the second timeout for the Falcons will be called.
And folks, the story so far has to be this Wilmot defense. They're not letting the Falcon squad breathe at all. It may not be turning to a bunch of points as they only have 19 with 5:48 to go. But they're not allowing this Falcon squad to score in it. It could produce a low-scoring kind of defensive, grinded-out game. Dane, what do you think we see going forward?
I also don't know what to see. I was not expecting the Panthers to come out this cold early. I think we can see them improve their shooting.
Yeah, definitely. I would see them eliminate their mid-range shots. Kind of a weird-looking shot. They haven't shot a lot at home this season, and I think that's contributing to their bad shooting right now. And, of course, folks, after this game, we'll also be broadcasting the boys' game as they take on the Falcons as well. Central inbounding. They're trying to get back into this game. Down 10 points right now with 5:40 to go. Trying to crawl their way back into relevance inside the conference. And a travel. Another turnover generated by this Wilmot defense. Bell will inbound. Catterhagen dishes. Wilmot trying to produce some good looks at the perimeter still. Not turning to the inside much as they'll draw a foul.
Foul on Malloy, her second, team fifth.
The fifth foul on the Central squad. Just 2 fouls away from entering the bonus here. Inside, Alexander can't get it to go. And the press keeps up for Wilmot. Falcons passing it around now. They're trying to get something going on offense as well. They've hit 2 threes this game. Both of them, I didn't think they were going to pull. They're a little bit contested, but they took them regardless, and they made them both. As a steal there. Catterhagen all alone in the break. Oh, and she can't get it to go. But Zeno, the rebound, she can't get it either. 2 missed layups for this Wilmot squad. I think Catterhagen just got a little bit overexcited. You know, she had an easy one there and almost a steal. The aggression continues. And they'll make that 2. Central finding the open player and draining the mid-range shot. But inside, and Catterhagen draws a foul, making up for the missed layup. Wilmot's got to start putting some points on the board. You know, the worst thing you can do in this kind of rivalry matchup is give the other team some hope. When they think that they're in it, they're going to play to the best of their ability. And you might see the best game from this Falcon squad all season if the game remains close. Catterhagen hits the first. 22-11, a 9-point affair. 4:15 to go in the first half. Second is up, and it is good. So 21-11, a 10-point lead here. The press continues, but they'll get it up. And a steal. Lesko coming away with it. On the break, Lamberson dishes out. Zeno, and that'll fall. 4 quick points for Wilmot here as they lead by 12. 3:50 to go. And a travel. They'll get the ball back again. And this is what we were waiting for the whole game. This is the Wilmot squad we know on the offensive end of the ball. As Labor will check into the game for Zeno.
Substitution of Labor coming in maybe to protect Morgan Zeno. She has 4 points, but also 2 fouls already.
Yeah, Labor can be electric at time. She doesn't look like a natural out there, but due to her height, she can make some exciting plays like that one almost. Good move. And I tell you, if she would have made that layup, you would have heard this Wilmot crowd for the first time. She's a definite crowd favorite as she'll head to the line for 2. The first is up and no good. Here come the Falcons. They're going to try to reduce this to a single-digit game by the end of the first half here, something that's a little bit more manageable for halftime. And the defense by Wilmot doesn't allow the inside shot. And I believe a timeout charged to the Falcons.
Falcons only with 2 timeouts. They've used 3 in the first half already.
Coach Sarah Vozell, she's using her timeouts in a hurry, and we'll see. My mistake, folks. The sheet in front of us, the technical error earlier this game, it's got us a little bit rattled in the booth. It's Coach Jessica Hull, not afraid to use her timeouts right now. She's obviously confident that her squad won't need him in the second half. They just need a little bit of correcting right now, get back on track. And if you stick around for halftime during this game, you'll see we have an interview lined up with the boys' coach, Urban Trout. We'll get his thoughts before the game that the guys will play after this one. And the inbound, Falcons have it almost taken away. Another mid-range shot, and that won't go. The rebound to Labor. And a foul.
That's going to be Malloy's 3rd foul for the Falcons. Looks like Reed's going to get a sub for her.
And Labor will shoot 1 and 1 at the line. Missed the first opportunity last time, and that one falls short as well. Varsity head coach Mindy Stewart for the Falcons here. As we said, using your timeouts in a hurry. Here come the Falcons. Still staring down this intimidating press from the Panthers. Facing a 12-point deficit. And knocked away by Alexander, but will remain on this end of the court. And the inbound here for the Panthers. They're holding on to this 12-point lead they've built here late in the first half. It was contested early, but as you see here, it's the defense that's been aiding them. Ketterhagen with it. Gives it out. Lesko. Back to Ketterhagen. Pulls up. And mid-range jumper won't go, but Labor gets the rebound and will draw the foul. She'll go to the line for the 3rd time tonight. And she'll get both opportunities this time. See if she can convert. The first is up, and it is short. That's what we're talking about, you know. Labor doesn't have all the skills requisite yet, but sometimes you see flashes of it. Her size, you know, uniquely 6'2" on the court. Volleyball player, you see a lot of impressive skills then. But if she can make the translation to basketball, it'll be a huge weapon for the Panthers next year. She misses the second as well. Here come the Falcons. 2:20 to go in the first half. Passing around here. They get it inside and a steal. Lamberson gets another. Drives up court. Dishes. Alexander for 3. And that'll fall. 26-11. The Panthers pulling away here. And the press will continue. Falcons pull up a 3, but that won't go. And the rebound out to Alexander. Up ahead. Let's go. Gathers. Puts it up. No good. Falcons with the board. 1:47 to go as we're closing here in the first half. Wilmot with a 15-point lead. They work it inside. Falcons find a mid-range shot, and that'll fall. 26-13. 1:32 to go. Both teams scoring in a flurry to end this half. Into Labor. She drives and draws another foul. That's her 4th drawn foul in just a short period of play. And 10 fouls for this Falcon squad. Labor puts her first up, and that's good. 27-13. And you hear the home crowd. Labor definitely a crowd favorite. Here's the second. And that one is in and out, but the rebound to Alexander. Great effort on the boards. Gives to Hickey. Labor has it again, and they'll work it to the corner. Jenkins checked into the game. She's got the ball now. She turns it over on the pass. Here come the Falcons. 1 minute to go in the first half. And almost another steal. But it will remain on this end of the court, Falcon ball. Alexander with some good effort there. Sarah Backus to inbound. 59 seconds to go. A lower scoring first half than we anticipated here in the booth. Some great defense played by Wilmot, and early on the Falcons were in it. Let's definitely see if they can regain some of the energy in the second half. Dane, what do you think? Looking forward to second half, do you think we'll continue to see Wilmot slowly build the lead, or are the Falcons get back in it like we saw early on?
I think right now this is the type of pace that we can see for the rest of the game, especially if the Falcons keep the 2-3 zone going.
Yeah, I agree. I think we'll see at a similar pace. Wilmot slowly building its lead, hitting open threes when they can find them. Hickey's got it. 30 seconds to go in the first half. Wilmot with a 14-point lead. Out to Bell. Alexander, and that one's long. But Hickey the rebound. Gets it in. 18 to go. Pass to Bell. Up and no good. So Wilmot 0 for 2 there on shots. They got the second chance opportunity, and they'll get the steal. 6 seconds to go. Hickey, and that's good. Great layup. As we'll close here at 29-13. We'll be back in less than a minute with an interview with Coach Erbentrout on his thoughts on the guys' game later tonight. Welcome back here, folks, as I'm joined by Coach Erbentrout of the guys team, and they'll take on the Falcons tonight after the girls. They're currently up 29-13. And Coach Erbentrout, first of all, have you been watching this girls game? What do you think?
Good half. They're playing really well. Coach Boyd has done really good this year for this crew.
Yeah, and speaking of Coach Boyd, have you been impressed? Just one season here in this Wilmot squad.
Absolutely. I mean, he's been able to blend the talent, bring it together, and they're playing a good brand of basketball right now.
Yeah, now let's get on to tonight's bigger matchup. You guys will take on the men's Falcons tonight, and what kind of challenges does that pose?
Well, they have a lot of experience from their team that made the run to the sectional final last year, so that's one. Second, they're talented. I mean, they have length, they have speed, they got a lot of talent along the board. So it's going to be, we're going to have to play our A game in order to be able to compete with these guys tonight.
Yeah, definite underdogs coming in. I believe the last time you beat them was 2 or 3 years ago.
It was at least 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
So talk about potentially this season a little bit. Last season maybe a little bit disappointing, but that big playoff run to end it. But this year you're in it, I believe, 4th place right now?
Yes, right now we're currently 4th place in the conference, and we're 8-5 overall right now, and we've had a good year.
Yeah.
We've won our last 5 out of 7 games right now, and I really think we're starting to come together as a team. And we have our 4 or 5 top scorers from last year that are back this year, which I think really helps.
Yeah.
And then in addition to that, them all being seniors, having some talent, I think we've had a good year so far.
Talking about your scoring returning, Jeremy Bruton and Latrell Glass accounted for just about 50% of the scoring last year. And can you talk about something as big as Latrell Glass scoring 1,000 points for one team? You've had him, I believe, all 4 years as a starter. And what's that been like to have a player of that caliber for 4 years?
It certainly made me look a lot better. I'll say that. But no, he's a special player, and he's put in a lot of time in that. And then have him blended with Jeremy Bruton, that's also been here for 4 years. They've been a great group to be working with for this time.
Yeah, they look like they're having a lot of fun on the court. Anything to look for tonight? What's your prediction? I mean, obviously a Wilmot win is nice to be in the works.
I think the one thing we've got to be able to do is be able to answer their runs, and when Central comes, and they usually do some really good things, can we keep our composure and continue to play against a really good team?
All right, well, we enjoyed having you up here. Folks, I'm going to continue to talk about the girls' game for a little bit. We'll let Coach Urbanstraub go. He's got a big game ahead of him tonight. Always a pleasure to talk to you about the boys' team.
Appreciate all your help with us.
Yeah, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, folks, talking about the girls' game a little bit more, my halftime hot take has got to be the defense from this Wilmot squad. They've really brought the intensity. They've been full court almost the whole game, and even if they're not getting a ton of steals, which they are, they're also forcing a lot of traveling violations. They're forcing a lot of mental errors by the Falcons, and anytime you can make the opposing guards beat you before they reach half court, you're going to win that game 9 times out of 10. As you see, they lead 29-13. Their shots aren't falling as we usually see, but this is a different side to the Wilmot squad we usually get, showing their defensive prowess rather than the three-point shooting. We'll join you in roughly 5 minutes when the second half gets underway, and until then, have a fantastic night. All right, folks, we're back here at Regal Court inside Veterans Memorial Fieldhouse. I'm no longer joined by Dane Schleichner. He's also the manager for the men's team, so he had to go get ready for that. But in 50 seconds, we'll join the action here, and I just want to say it again. Big thank you to Coach Erbentrout to join us here in the booth. Real classy guy. It was splendid to have him up here and talk for a little bit about the guys' team. You know, they're having a great season, and they look to build on it tonight with a team they haven't beaten in 3 years or so. And this girl squad continues to look for that first place in conference. You know, they're trying to win conference again. They've done it a few years in the past, and they're trying to get back to their winning ways. They retake the court here, up 16. And here we go. The second half underway. The Falcons will start with the ball. Good pass inside, and the mid-range will go. So Central draws first blood in the second half, 29-15. And Wilmot nearly turns it over. Zeno with a bad pass, and they do turn it over. Maybe we'll see a kind of resurgence for this Falcon squad in the second half. They've come out these first two possessions and played with a whole lot of energy. And here is the inbound. And they turn it right back over. Lamberson works inside. She's ganged up on, but gives it out. Let's go. Can't get it to go. Outside. Alexander. She can't get it either. Let's go. And she'll get it to go finally. 31-15. Two offensive rebounds there. And Wilmot another steal. Claus can't get it, but a foul on Lesko and over the back. Coach Boyd not agreeing with the call. A lot of contact, however. I think that could have been called either way. Here's the inbound. They get it off cleanly this time. Passing it back and forth. However, this press is still holding up strong. And another steal. They get it right back, however. And here come the Falcons. Down court. Drives and cuts back. Pull up from three. And that's in and out. It was halfway down. Here comes Lamberson. The cut. Dishes outside. Top of the key. And it's good to go for Alexander. 34-15. And a timeout here called by head coach Mindy Stewart.
Timeout Central.
And I believe she has no timeouts or just one timeout remaining. She was calling them a lot in the first half, a little trigger happy with them, and there's another with 16:38 to go in this game. Wilmot with a 34-15 lead, and it's been built 100% on their defense. The press has been impressive, and Coach Boyd has to be proud of the way his team is executing this system right now. As Wilmot in second place in conference right now, I'll pull up the conference standings again, and if Wilmot wins and Delvin Darien wins tonight against Union Grove, Wilmot will move squarely into first place in conference, as they're just half a game behind UG. We rejoin the action here on the court as the timeout ends. Falcons just need a little bit of breather, and they've got to figure out their offense if they want to get past this press. And they'll get it in. Passing around now. Find some separation. And great passing there by the Falcon squad as they'll get an easy two. And here comes Lamberson. Wilmot squad passing well today as well. Finding open shots from beyond the arc. Like this one. Here's Claus. Drives in and she gets a foul. It'll go on number 22, Brianna Reed. My mistake, it'll go on Griffiths, but I don't believe she was in the area. I think it should go on Brianna Reed. Yeah, Reed. The guard. Wilmot gets it in. It's Lamberson. To the perimeter. Great move there by Alexander, and she gets the floater to go. 36-17. Wilmot up by 19 points right now. And another turnover here, and Wilmot will gain possession with a chance to go up 20. This is reminiscent of the first game the Panthers played against the Falcons in Central. They kind of ran away with it to open up the second half, and that's what we're seeing right now. Here's Zeno with it. She's had a reduced role in the offense today because of 2 early fouls. Lamberson gives it up, and Zeno pulls. That is no good, but they fight for the rebound and draw the foul. Another foul on Reed, and I believe that's her 4th.
Foul on Reed, her 4th.
And she'll get a substitute in here. Claus will shoot 2. The first is good. So it's a 20-point game with 15:32 to go in the second half. Checking in is number 40, Mary Tyree. The second from Claus is good. So 38-17. Falcons trying to get anything going on offense here. They've scored 2 points the whole second half and nearly turn it over again. Lamberson aggressive there on defense. The cut inside by Tyree and a missed shot. Wilmot on the break. Here's Claus. Up. Lamberson and 1. Great way to fight through contact there, as it's 40-17 and she'll shoot 1 at the line.
Lamberson to the line.
Lamberson showing some prowess on being able to finish, not just passing or shooting. In addition to the great defense she's been able to play tonight. Her shot is up and good. So 41-17. 15-11 to go in the game. Here is the Falcon inbound, and they'll get it in. Still seeing this press from Wilmot. And they're trapped by Bell and Rita, but they get the pass out, and nobody guarding the back door, and an easy 2 there for the Falcons. 41-19 as Shannon Griffith scores with ease. And a turnover. Falcons will get the ball right back. And even though this is a home game for the Panthers, the Falcon crowd's been noticeably louder throughout the game. Cheering on every turnover and missed Wilmot shot. And Griffiths is wide open again, but the short arm pass will be a turnover. Hickey thinks about a 3. Gives it up to the top. It's Rita. Gives it back. Inside is Jenkins, who recently checked back in. And Bell will draw the foul.
Foul on Griffiths.
And Griffiths with her 3rd, and she's done a lot of scoring here for this Falcon squad as she checks out. That could really hurt them down low as they don't have a ton of height to contest with Wilmot. Inside and dishes. Hickey for 3. That won't fall, but Jenkins the rebound. And passes out to Bell. She'll miss a shot as well. The press continues though. And a turnover. Hickey up. No good. But the rebound to Rita. Ketterhagen. She'll draw the foul. I believe it's number 44, Amy Degner. No, it's on 33, Sarah Bacchus, the guard. Only her first foul. Into Bell. Gives to the corner. Mid-range, and that goes. So 43-19 as Ketterhagen nails the mid-range. Bacchus Plows a Wilmot player over, but maybe it's a bit of embellishment as there's no call but a travel there. Falcons look like they get something going, but then they do just something a little bit stupid like that. The travel, they're building a little bit of momentum to start the half, and they turned it over. If they could just play a little bit of mistake-free basketball, I think they could legitimately get back into this game. Jump ball here as it will remain on this end of the floor. Rita inbounding. She finds Bell. And Bell overpasses Jenkins, and that'll be Falcon ball. And I think the secret to beating this full court press for the Falcons is just put maybe 2 players deep, because Wilmot is only leaving 1 back there. Rachel Jenkins' sole job is to guard their half of the court. And the Falcons will inbound at midcourt here after the foul. Jenkins checks out. And in checks number 34, Kia Thompson. And it'll be Panther ball. Great defense there by Ketterhagen. She forces the turnover. 13:33 to go. If you're just joining us here, the story of the game has been Wilmot's defense. They've been helping out a lot, and most of the points Wilmot's put up have been off the breaker and good opportunities from the defense. They're turning defense into offense here, but without the press, I don't know where they'd be in this game. Thompson, no good, but the foul up by Bell will get 2 points. And a steal by Thompson. She drives in and dishes out. To the corner, it's Hickey. That won't fall, but the rebound. Ketterhagen gives back to Hickey. They work to Thompson, and she can't get the mid-range to go. And then a foul. I believe that will go on Ketterhagen. She picks up her second there. 45-19, 12:46 to go. Wilmot continuing with the press. Coach Boyd is not letting up. And you kind of have a feeling he'll have no mercy. Potentially some bad blood between these teams, as Boyd used to coach this Falcons squad 2 or 3 years back, even though he was a Wilmot graduate in 04, and now coming back to coach the Wilmot team. Foul there on the Falcons. They already have 6 in the half. 1 more will put Wilmot into the bonus. Here comes Ketterhagen. Gives it up. Panthers passing the ball well. Still looking for some perimeter shots here. Bell with it. Dishes to the corner. Ketterhagen inside, and she'll draw the foul. I'm not quite sure if that was on the shot or not.
Foul on Seaman, her second. Ketterhagen to the line.
And it was on the shot, so Ketterhagen will shoot 2. The first is up and good. So 46-19. Ketterhagen second. That's up and a friendly roll. It'll go in. So 47-19. And Falcons will remain with possession after it goes out of bounds. Here's the inbound. And knocked away there. The press not letting up. And into the game is number 45, Delaney Brown for the Panthers. Coach Boyd letting the bench see some playtime here. Here come the Falcons. Swarmed by 2 Wilmot defenders. Passing it out. Mid-range. That won't fall. Rebound to Rita. Gives it up. Ketterhagen dishes ahead to Brown. They slow it down a little bit. They want to control the tempo of this game with just about 11 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Brown passes inside, and they kick it to the corner. Hickey, that won't fall. And out of bounds off Rita. She tried to save it. Number 42 for the Falcons, Sierra Seaberth to inbound. Rita will check out for the Panthers as number 5, Keegan Destre, comes into the game. Falcons get the inbound off with no hitches here, and they'll advance it to the Wilmot side of the court. Passing around here, and it's stolen by Lamberson. Add another to her total. On the cut, gives it up to Hickey. She dishes over to Brown. Brown nearly loses the ball, and she does turn it over. Here come the Falcons on the break. They slow it down. If I'm Coach Mindy Stewart, I'm telling them to push the tempo there on the break and try to get easy points while you can. It's definitely an uphill battle here, and they're going to need some magic, and it can't hurt to start on the break. They continue to look for mid-range shots here as they work it inside. And Sierra Seaberth will draw a foul. She'll go to the line and shoot 2. An 18-point lead for Wilmot right now. Seaberth misses the first. And substitution here for the Falcons as number 33, Sarah Backus, checks into the game. Seaberth second. This one is up, and it is short. Rebound to Zeno. She just checked back in. Passes it up. Lamberson's been running the point very well tonight for the Panthers. Brown passes to Destre. Inside to Zeno. And a jump ball. Good defense there by the Falcons to swarm Zeno in the paint. And the Falcons inbounding here. It appears Coach Boyd is going to call back the press as Wilmot's defense will set up on their own side of the court. Pass to the corner, almost loses control of the ball, and Lamberson knocks it out of bounds. Even though they're stopping the press, the intensity on defense remains the same. Backus to inbound here. She gets it in. Turn around, and 3. That will not fall, but they get the rebound. And a jump ball. Zeno almost took it away, and it will be Panther ball. Great job by Zeno there to detect that the Falcon player was going for a pass, and she just snatched the ball right out of her hands. Here comes Lamberson. 9:50 to go in this game. Cut inside, no good, but Zeno with the rebound. She'll lose possession, but Wilmot gets it back. Zeno up and in. 49-19, a 30-point Wilmot lead. Zeno closes out, and they're all up in the Falcons' face here, not letting up on the defensive end of the ball. Lamberson nearly comes away with the steal, and mid-range is no good. Rebound out to Keegan Destre. She runs the court now. Gives it up. Dishes. And knocked away, but Destre gets it. Zeno will turn it over inside. For some of the weaknesses the Falcons have shown, their interior defense has not been one. Morgan Zeno has not been allowed to really put her impact on the game like we normally see him. Brown with the steal. She'll go coast to coast for 2 points. 51-19. And the Falcons trudge back down court. Good passing here, though, as they get an open attempt from 3, and that one is short. .8:34 to go. Zeno will inbound. And I think you can mark this one up as done in the books with just 8:25 to go. Wilmot leading by more than 30. It'd be very tough for the Falcons to get back in at this point, especially considering the brand of defense that the Panthers are playing at this moment in time. With that being said, we're going to be on air here for about 2 more hours with the ensuing men's game after this. So stick around if you want to see that, as Brown comes away with her second steal in 2 possession, passes it up, and it'll be Falcon ball as Destre turns it over. And that men's game, you'll get to see Jeremy Bruton and Latrell Glass of the Panthers duel against Jaden Zachary of the Central Falcons. It was a good game in the first half when they played at Central, but the Falcons were just proved to be too much for the Panthers in the second half, as Destre gets a steal and an easy 2 on the other end. 3 possessions and 3 steals here for the Panthers. They're not kidding around on defenses. Destre almost comes up with another there, and so does Zeno, but driving inside and missing there is Griffiths. Zeno with the board and draws the foul. And that is Griffiths' 4th. It appears that she'll remain in the game, though, as head coach Mindy Stewart has not sent out a replacement to the scorer's table. Destre will check out for the Panthers as Jenkins returns to the game. And you see Labor at the scorer's table. She'll also return shortly for the Panthers, as Zeno misses the free throw. A replacement to the scorer's table is now most likely for Griffiths. Good passing here by the Falcons. And Jenkins nearly comes away with the steal there. Long pass to the mid-range shot, and Zeno the rebound. Central unable to even make the open looks count here, as Zeno passes inside to Bell. Bell, hook shot, no good, but she'll draw the foul. She'll shoot 2 at the line. 7:09 to go, 53-19. Wilmot with a commanding lead here.
Bell to the line.
Bell looking to add to her night on scoring with 2 shots here. The first is up, and it is good. She gets a friendly bounce off the back of the rim, and substitution here for Wilmot as Catterhagen and Labor check into the game. Bell's second. That's up, and it is good as well. So 55-19, 7:09 to go. Brown and Bell the defense, and nearly a travel, nearly a steal, and that is a turnover. Here come the Panthers. Up to Bell. That one's good. 57-19. Wilmot running away with it. And nearly stolen again by Bell. Pass down. And this Falcons squad looking for anything here on offense. Pull up from 3. They miss it, but they get the rebound. Mid-range, that won't go either. Labor the board. Passes it up. It's Catterhagen. Dishes out. Brown. That'll fall. And it's now a 40-point lead for the Panthers. And Brown nearly steals the ball, but it will remain with the Falcons. Great effort there, putting her body on the line. And we've now switched to a running clock with less than 6 minutes to go. Inbounding here for Central. And another steal. Wilmot relentless on defense, and she'll draw a foul. Ketterhagen will go to the line. Looking at those conference standings just again for a second. As we said, Wilmot will improve to 6-1 in conference on the season, and with a little bit of help from their friends Delve and Darien, they could potentially move into first place tonight. Ketterhagen's first is short. 5 minutes to go on the running clock as Ketterhagen will get her second shot. That is up and no good. So remains at a 40-point lead. Pass inside and another miss there for the Falcons. I believe they've only scored 2 points this whole second half. And that'll be a turnover for Wilmot, so they'll get the ball right back. 4:30 to go. And if you stick around halftime in the guys' game, we're trying to line up an interview with Coach Boyd of the girls' team, get his thoughts on his very first season as a coach with the Panthers and the success he's enjoyed so far in conference, including the dominance tonight shown against Central. 4 minutes to go. And I believe there'll be a foul on Labor.
Foul on Labor, her first.
And substitution for Wilmot as Thompson will enter the game, as will number 22, Rita. Central inbounds. To the corner for three, and that'll go! They break their long scoring drought as it's 59-22. Here's Bell with it. Dishes. Alexander in and out for the three, but she'll get it right back. The cut. Ketterhagen, no foul. Fights through a lot of contact. And a Wilmot foul there as Central will get possession of the ball on their end of the court. Just 3 minutes to go in this game. The inbound for the Falcons here. And as we said early on, this Falcons squad looked like they were here to contend for the game. They're playing great defense and offense there as Thompson the steal up and in. But the longer the game went on, Wilmot just continued to pull away. Great defense there and a great score on the fast break by Kia Thompson. The cut by Central, that won't go. And scooped up by Ketterhagen. She's running, nearly travels, passes up, and the bucket is good, but a foul before the shot. Great move there by Ketterhagen to scoop up the rebound and bring it the length of the floor.
Ketterhagen to the line, shooting two.
And she'll shoot two for her efforts. The first shot is up, and it is good. 62-22, back to a 40-point game. Substitution here for the Falcons as Amy Degner will return to the game. The second shot is up and good. So a 41-point lead here for the Lady Panthers. They inbound it. And here comes number 12, Shaylin Malloy. And nearly stolen there, but it will remain Falcon ball. Fantastic effort by Keegan Destre. We haven't seen her in a lot of home games, and she's gotten the opportunity to get in here with the score being the way it is, and she's making the most of it. along with Brown and Thompson. And a travel there by the Falcons. Wilmot will regain possession with 50 seconds to go. This one is all but over. Rita inside. Thompson with another. She's showing off what she can do with her small play time. Looking impressive on offense and defense as the Falcons will draw a foul.
Brown, her first. Lloyd to the line, shooting into the bonus.
Malloy shooting here. And that is good, so she'll get a second shot. 65-23. A 42-point lead for Wilmot. Her second is long. 30 seconds to go. Here's Hickey with it. Gives it to Rita. Wilmot's going to be happy about this win. And if they can play this kind of defense against similar opponents such as Union Grove in conference, they've definitely got a shot to win conference this season. 9 seconds to go here. Falcons will most likely take the last shot of the game as they get it inside, and that'll fall. 65-25 is your final score here as the Lady Panthers take care of business on their home court. And we hope that the men's team can do just as well. We'll come back in about 10 to 12 minutes with our pregame show for the men's. And then that game will tip off, as we said, featuring 1,000-point per career scorer Latrell Glass, Jeremy Bruton. And on the Central side of things, Jaden Zachary is definitely the player to watch out for. He's electric, athletic, and he can score from a lot of places on the court. Until then, we're signing off, and maybe, potentially, we'll have an interview with Coach Boyd at halftime of the guys' game. Welcome back to the booth, folks, as this game is going to tip off in about 4 minutes. We're going to talk about it real quick. The boys on the year, 8-5, currently 4th in conference, putting up an impressive 70.5 points per game. We're going to talk about what we've been calling the Big Three all year. Jeremy Bruton, the first one, 16.5 points per game. Number 2, Kyle Gendron at 13.7. And the Trell Glass, the 1,000-point career scorer, 18.3 points per game. Their last game out, they played in the Wisconsin Dells, and they lost by just 2. A heartbreaker that shouldn't matter too much since it was out of conference, but still hurts to lose one that close. The opposing Falcons are 11-2 in conference. They're currently 2nd in conference, or 11-2 on the season, my mistake. 2nd in conference, putting up an impressive 65.8 points per game. Now, it's kind of been a lopsided rivalry past 3 years, as we discussed with Coach Urbantrout. As you see, in the past 2 years, the Falcons have outscored Wilmot head-to-head 295 to 168. Central is 4-0 in the past 2 years, including a playoff game that ended 74-37 Falcons. The conference standings, as we see coming in, this one's going to matter a lot. The Falcons 2 and the Panthers tied for 4th right now. Going forward, this is a game where you could look back on and say that really determined the season. Getting some momentum, Westosha really trying to catch Union Grove as they go on, and Wilmot just trying to get somewhere in conference. Around the league tonight, we've got Delavan Darien Comets taking on the Broncos. Some definite upset alert there potential. Number 3 Burlington is taking on Badger, and that'd be big for Wilmot if Burlington could sneak away with a loss there. If Badger could really just take one from Burlington, that'd be big for the Panthers. They'd move up in conference. And also Elkhorn, if you're Wilmot, you really just want Elkhorn to lose as well, as they're tied with you for 4th place, and with a Wolverines win, you're the sole owner of 3rd place. Our keys to the game tonight apparently did not load, potentially issue from earlier on our tech issue. So it's about 1 minute until we have the starting lineups. Until then, have a fantastic night. We'll be back on the air in a second.
At this time, we'd like to introduce the starting lineups, beginning with the guest, Falcons of Westosha Central. Number 1, Adam Simmons. Number 3, Jaden Zachary. Number 15, Nick Frederick. Number 33, Dylan Anderson. Number 34, Cooper Brickman. And
right, folks, we're just about ready to get underway. A spirited home crowd now, as you see. Rather quiet during the girls' game, but they're hyped. They're ready for this guys' matchup. As we've talked about, it's been a long time since the Panthers have been able to beat the Falcons, not just at home. So a big game for both sides. You see players dapping each other in midcourt. A lot of respect for each other, respect for the rivalry is coming in. We know about the big three for Wilmot, but for Central, the top scorer is Jaden Zachary at 16.3 per game. Dylan Anderson at 11.5, and Adam Simmons averaging 9.8 points per game. The jump will go to Central, and we are off here. Falcons kicking it off. Nick Frederick starting off the game, gives it to Jaden. He pulls up from three, and that's short. But Dylan Anderson fouls it up. Great rebound, great bucket there. Here come the Panthers. They played a good first half against the Falcons the first time out, but couldn't keep it together for the second half. Glass struggling with some defense there. Bruton with the ball, gives it to Gendron. Gendron, Bruton, and Glass making up what we've been calling the big three for this Wilmot squad all season, providing most of the scoring. Glass with it now. Find Watson in the corner, and it falls! Great way to start the game if you're Wilmot. Finding an open Zach Watson and converting on the opportunity, and this crowd is in it. They get it to Zachary. Bruton with the defense. Zachary dishes. Good passing here by this Falcons squad. Their offense is definitely potent. Nick Anderson with an air ball on the floater, and it will remain on this end. Nick Frederick, not Anderson. Inbounding here for the Falcons. Frederick inbounds it. Zachary with it. Bruton, great defense, and he gets ball and the steal. Fantastic, the block and the steal for Bruton. And fast break, a lot of contact, but no foul. Brenner misses the shot. Quick offense here on the other end, and the Falcons score in a hurry. 4-3, and you can tell it's going to be a physical game here. Both teams just driving it right into the basket. Bruton dishes, Glass, Watson in the corner. And some good defense here by the Falcons. They bring the double team and get the steal. Adam Simmons strips the ball away, and he finishes on the other end. 6-3, a one-possession lead for the Falcons early. 15:40 to go in the first. And we lost audio there just for a second, folks. We're back online now. One and a slew of technical errors tonight, and it's a 3-8 here lead for the Falcons. Wilmot with the ball, and they haven't scored a lot early, missing 2 threes there. And here come the Falcons. The drive by Frederick, no good. Glass the rebound. Wilmot has numbers here. Glass can't get the deep two to go, but Barker fights for the rebound. Bruton from deep. Oh, he buries that one. Nobody in the same area code as Bruton. You can't leave him unguarded like that. He'll burn you. Simmons with the ball. And inside, that looked way too easy for the Falcons. As it's 10-6 here. Bruton with the ball, drawing the double team. Gives it up. Here's Gendron. Back to Bruton. And Wilmot's going to be patient here on offense. They really live and die in the three-point shot in some games, and I think we'll see that here tonight. As they get it out to Bruton, back to Gendron. He'll pull up, and that won't go, but Barker is right there, and he'll get a shot. Barker gets the board and puts in an easy bucket there. Frederick working on glass. Good cut out to Simmons. Can't get it to go there, but the rebound back out to the Falcons, and they'll add 2 more. The Panthers really got to start putting a body on the Falcons in the paint. They're getting easy boards, leading to second opportunity points, as Bruton almost pegs Coach Urbantraw with a pass there. Gets it out to Glass. They're setting up some offense here. Back to Bruton. Pull up. He's got a quick trigger. Add 3 more to his total as Wilmot brings it to a 1-point game. Glass picking up Frederick as you hear the chants of defense from the crowd. 12:50 to go in the game. Good passing here from the Falcons, and it's long there for Dylan Anderson, and an over-the-back foul on the Falcons. Two fouls here for the Falcons early on, and just a 1-point game. I think this is what we expected, 2 highly talented offenses going at it. I think we expect to see a high-scoring game here, and one that's certainly going to be exciting. Here's Glass. Good pass to Barker inside, and they call it travel. Good look for Barker. Just took 1 too many steps. Here come the Falcons. 1-point lead for them. Frederick with it, working on Glass. They're going to run a lot of the offense through Zachary. As you see, he's the first person to get the ball up the court, and the mid-range is no good. Glass with another rebound. Sizes up Frederick. Good pass to Bruton, and looked like he turned it over for a second, but it rolls out of bounds off of Simmons. Risky pass by Bruton, and he's lucky he didn't get burned for that one. 12:01 to go in the first half. Watson starts the possession here, and he turns it over. Bad pass out to Brenner. A little bit of sloppy ball for both teams here these past couple of possessions. Some chanting here from the Central crowd, and they're here in numbers. They're not missing up the opportunity to be here in a rivalry matchup. Zachary inside working on Bruton. And a foul on Bruton will result in an and one. Terrific effort there by Zachary to get the ball in and fight through the contact. Zachary at the line to add another point. Substitution here for Wilmot as Watson will exit as Gendron enters the game again. Zachary will be shooting 1. It's up and good. Gets a friendly bounce off the front of the rim. So Wilmot is trailing 4 here with 11:30 to go. Bruton's going to run the offense here. Gets a screen from Barker, open lane, dishes, and nothing comes of it. But Glass with a contested mid-range shot doesn't go. That's not his greatest shot, but he almost strips the ball from Zachary. Central retains possession there. Inside, and it'll be Central ball. Good effort by Barker to poke it loose. And the inbound here. Central working it around. Good defense as Zachary will get the ball at the top of the key. Guarded by Brenner. 2 Riverview graduates. Inside. And travel. No bucket. Great defense by Barker there. He kept him in front of him and forced them to take an extra step. As I was saying there, Zachary and Brenner, both former Comets, and a lot of Riverview represented here is Kyle Gendron, also a Comet. Bruton will handle the offensive duties here for Wilmot, running the point. Frederick the defense. Gives it up. Glass has got it here. Wilmot's going to need to put some points up. You don't want to get behind early against a team as explosive as this Falcon squad as he turns it over again. Up ahead to Zachary. Easy 2 points as it's 17-11, a 6-point game. The Panthers got to do something here. As I said, you don't want to find yourself down early to an offense as good as this. They're only going to build on it. Good move by Gendron. Back out, Bruton, and he drains it. He's feeling it tonight, folks. Here come the Falcons. They've been hard to stop here as a mid-range jumper will not fall. Gendron the rebound, and some good defense there by Falcons as they gang up on him right after. Bruton's got it. Drives and gives back to Glass. Good moves by Glass there as he drives in. No foul. Seemingly a lot of contact, and the Falcons will retain possession. The refs are letting them play a little bit tonight. Not a ton of fouls after those initial 2 by the Falcons, and I kind of like that style of officiating for a game as physical as this one's bound to be. You know, 2 teams, like a lot of these guys know each other, crosstown rivalry. It's a lot of fun for the guys playing in it, and it's even more fun when you can play a little bit extra. Foul there called on Brenner, I believe. So 14-17, just a 3-point game with 8:56 to go. Gendron corrals that rebound on a missed shot. Watson's got it. He's got to get rid of it, though. Defense in closing on him. And a timeout here by Coach Urbantout. Good timeout by Urbantout. He wants to retain possession there, potentially tie this game or just bring it to 1 point. Wilmot's playing solid defense here early on. Both teams scoring a lot, just in a hurry, a lot of scoring, but it's cooled off a little bit. Both teams kind of settling into defenses. The crowd's staying in it, which is vital for both teams. You know, you want to feed off your crowd energy in a big game like this. And with 8:43 to go, it's 17-14. I think the big challenge for the Panthers today is going to keep up their game in the second half. We've seen it often where their games turn into a tale of 2 halves. And Zachary there touched the ball with his fingertip, I believe, but the refs are going to have a quick talk about it. Obviously, the Central fan section disagrees, and they'll get their way. It'll be Falcon ball, no touch. So Zachary inbounding to Frederick here. Bruton with the defense. Zachary's got it. Good moves, but he passes the ball up. Gendron on him. Some solid perimeter passing here from the Falcons. I think they're looking to get Zachary in some space, but they work inside as well. And easy two. Bullying Zach Watson in the paint. 19-14, Bruton running point. Works on Frederick. Pivoting here, gets it inside to Gendron. And a foul. Go on the Falcons. So the Panthers will retain possession on this end of the court. Bruton will inbound here. Panthers got to get it going. As we've discussed, they've had some second half woes here, and I think the way to prevent that is to be tied or potentially get a lead going into the second half as Gendron converts on an easy bucket. They lost him in the defense there. Nice pass on the inbound play. Zachary dribbles up the court, picked up by Glass. He gets a screen and pulls up from three. That one's no good, but the rebound right over to Dylan Anderson, and he'll convert on the bucket. So 21-16. Gendron with the ball. Gives to the corner. Watson trying to make his presence felt here, but he hasn't got the opportunity to shoot a lot. Working in here. Solid defense from the Falcons. Over to Gendron for three. And that one is good. 17-21. This Wilmot squad isn't going away early. Zachary on the drive. Dishes it to the corner. Good passing overall from the Central squad. Simmons gives it up. And he draws the foul, but no good. Cooper Brinkman will head to the line for two. 6:51 to go in the game. Wilmot down two, but Brinkman shooting two at the line. The first is a miss. And here is Brinkman's second. It's up, and that is in. So 22-19. Bruton running the point here, picked up by Simmons. 6:40 to go in the first half. Gets a screen from Gendron. He'll get the ball, and he loses possession. Glass steals it right back. Wilmot with numbers. Inside, but the play is called dead. Glass had a clear lane to the bucket before the play was called dead. But it will remain on this end of the court. Wilmot ball. Glass to inbound. He's got it. Working on Simmons. Finds Gendron. Terrific pass. Step back. Tries to lean into a shot, but passes it up instead. Bruton here. He started off hot with a couple of threes. Let's see if he can continue to get it going. Great move there. Working on Zachary. Floater no good, however. And terrific rebound by Dylan Anderson. He's just been too much to handle in the paint here for the Panthers. And a steal. Here's Bruton. 3-on-1 opportunity for the Panthers. Bruton, and he'll draw the foul. Good take there. And he can cut it to a 1-point game. And the Falcons just 2 fouls away from putting the Panthers in an early bonus here with 6 minutes to go in the first half as Bruton nails the first one. So it's 20-22. Bruton second to cut it to 1. It's up, and it's good. 21-22. This Panther squad staying in it. Turning some defense there into offense, converting both shots at the charity stripe. Simmons with the ball. He'll pull up. Oh, and he drains that one as well. 25-21. Adam Simmons hits that one with ease. Bruton, solid pass to Watson. Good closeout, however, by Simmons. Watson can't get off a shot, and Gendron's got it. Aggressive defense by Zachary. And Gendron, good fake, can't get the shot to go. So the Falcons with the ball. Frederick, good pass from deep. Oh, and that one's in as well. Back-to-back threes for Central. 5 minutes to go in the first half. And Central starting to cook right now. The Panthers need an answer. And Glass, good take, just can't get it to go. Fights through contact. Here's Zachary. Passes it up. Thinks about a three. They'll slow it down a little bit here. Passing back inside. And Cooper Brinkman. Beautiful move. And the duo of Brinkman and Anderson has been too much for the bigs of Wilmot to handle. I mean, these guys are huge and they're imposing their will on this Panther defense right now. Brinkman standing at 6'4" and Anderson standing at 6'3" is just a tough task for any defense to handle. And with 4:36 to go, Wilmot's staring down a 9-point deficit in a very important game. I think if the Panthers want to really have a legitimate shot at this game, they need to get back in it before the end of this half. I think that this offense that the Falcons have is just so powerful, so potent. They've got so many weapons they can turn to hit all kinds of shots that if you're not in it going into the second half, you could be in a whole lot of trouble. At halftime, we are most likely going to have an interview with Coach Boyd, and he's coming off a big win with the girls team that just happened earlier tonight. Be nice to sit down and talk to him and see what he thinks the prospect of the girls' season and overall how his first season is coming along. 4:36 to go, a 9-point Central lead. A little bit of press here, and the Falcons steal it. Great defense by Frederick, and no bucket though. Brenner the rebound. Great defense on both ends. Here's Gendron. Gives to Glass. Glass has got some good moves. And he picks up his dribble. Dishes to Brenner. 4:10 to go in the half. Wilmot's got to produce some offense here as they get into Barker. And he dishes. Outside to Gendron. Wilmot real patient with it right now. They're waiting for their look. And a turnover. Bounces off Glass's leg. 3:57 to go. And it'll be Frederick with it. He's handled the point guard duties here, but most of the time when he gets down court, he gives it to Zachary. That's who they really want the offense running through. And a turnaround jumper falls in for Cooper Brinkman. Using his height to his advantage. 32-21, an 11-point Central lead. Here's Bruton. The Central fan section really getting into it here. Fantastic pass to Gendron. And that one falls. Wilmot's going to need a whole lot more of that if they want to get back in it right now. 3:15 to go. The home fan section stands up. It's a big defensive possession here. And great take by Frederick, and he'll get it to go. Good defense by Bruton, but better move by Frederick. Glass takes it up the court. Gets a screen. Brenner wide open. And Kyle looking around, gives it to Brenner. Glass from deep. Can't get that one to go. 2:35 to go in the first half. Wilmot staring down a 10-point deficit. Zachary drives in and draws the foul. Brenner pleading his case that his hands were straight up, but Zachary's going to go to the line and shoot two. Zachary's first shot. This one is up and good. Here's his second. This one is up and in and out. So 35-24. 11-point lead for Central. 2:20 to go. Here's Bruton running point for the Panthers. Gives it up. Gendron with it. And Bruton draws the foul. Good move to get inside and draw some contact. He'll head to the charity stripe for 2. Bruton's first is up and good. Here comes Central. Gives to Simmons. Gives back to Frederick. And some solid passing here from the Central squad. And a pull-up from Simmons. It won't go, but the rebound to Brinkman. He continues to make plays. And a 3 from Zachary. He was left all alone in the corner. If you're Wilmot, you got to make sure you have a body on him at all times. Bruton from deep. That one won't go. Zachary the rebound. He's on the break. Gives to Brinkman. And one. Fantastic effort by Brinkman to fight through the contact and finish the shot. And a 15-point lead here for Central. A tough deficit for Wilmot to come back from for sure. The first is up and good. So down 16 here. Bruton with the ball. 1:20 to go in the first half. They'll have their work cut out for them in the second. Gives it to Watson. He's double teamed. Back to Bruton. Gendron, great move, but a bad pass. Turnover. 1 minute to go in the first half. Frederick from deep. That one doesn't go. And the rebound to Central. Zachary, and one. Gendron the foul. He can't believe it. But it's 43-25. Zachary to the line to add one to it. If he keeps playing like this, he's going to hit his 16.3 point per game average tonight. The shot is up, and it is good. 44-25. 50 seconds to go in the first half. Wilmot's going to need to seriously regroup after this. They were close with Central to start it out. But Central's been running away with it with the superior offense here. Here's Glass, seeing the double team. Good moves. Inside to Barker. Gets to Brenner, and it's good. 25 seconds to go, and Brenner converts on the bucket. And Central most likely going to hold the ball, take the last shot here. No point in letting Wilmot get extra possessions. This is just 9 seconds to go. 5 to go. Frederick drives. Zachary for deep. No good. And that'll send us to halftime, but don't go anywhere. In just a minute or two, we're going to try to get Coach Boyd up here for an interview, and then we'll be back in about 10 minutes or so to resume this action. Until then, have a fantastic night. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Welcome back, folks, here at halftime. Might be a little bit loud in the background, the cheerleaders doing their routine, but Wilmot's got an uphill battle here at half, down 44-27, and I think there's only one hot take you can have at halftime right now. It's got to be Dylan Anderson and Cooper Brinkman. The bigs for the Central squad are absolutely killing it right now. Wilmot has no answer in the paint, and it's allowing the shooters for Central to kind of be open because Wilmot's got to pack the paint to prevent them. They're getting offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, making it hard for Wilmot to drive. All around, they're doing a terrific job, that duo. Coach Boyd may join us in a minute or two here. I was told he was coming at half, but things do change. Regardless, we'll be here in about 6 minutes to start the second half of basketball. Until then, have a great night, and we'll see you back here. All right, folks, we're back here. I think Coach Boyd got a little bit busy, wrapped up in his post-game proceedings, but that's perfectly all right. We've still got another half of basketball to be played here tonight, as Westosha Central having their way right now with the Panthers, up 44-27. If the Panthers are going to get back in it, there's two big things they've got to do. And when I say big, I mean 6'2" and 6'3" things such as Dylan Anderson and Cooper Brinkman. Right now, that's the sole reason they're losing. They're getting bullied down low, and it's opening up opportunities for the rest of this Falcons squad. Glass inbounding, and Bruton will run the point for the Panthers right now to start the game. They've got to find some open looks from beyond the arc if they want to get back in this, as Glass does there, but it's long. Watson the rebound. Good effort. Gives it out to Bruton. Inside. Gendron with it. Gives it back to Watson. Watson with a big height disadvantage, but he gets an open look there, and it's down the hatch. 30-44, a 14-point game. Watson seeing his opportunity and taking it. Zachary, guarded by Glass. Passes it up. And they work it inside as they have been, but it's taken away. Here's Bruton on the break. Spin move. Good pass inside. Barker. Oh, he can't get it to go. Beautiful pass by Bruton. And here's Zachary on the break, and he finds Frederick for an easy two. So 30-46, and a timeout called on the court. More chants here from the visiting fan section, and they've been clearly the louder ones so far. They've had a little bit more to cheer for, but if you're in this Wilmot fan section, you got to try to get hype, you know. Get something that your players can feed off of. Right now it's been awful quiet. As the big three remain in the game for the Panthers. That's Glass, Bruton, and Gendron. They trail 16 at the moment. Glass with it. Guarded by Zachary. Spin move and passes to nobody. He thought he had a teammate out in that corner. Poor mistakes like that. You can't have those when you're trying to come back from this kind of deficit. They've got to clean it up a little bit and find the shots they were early in the game. Find shots to Bruton especially. Pull up, and that won't go. But a foul on Wilmot there. Anderson just too big as he went up for that rebound. And Gendron fouled him on the way up. Surprising to see Brinkman attempt a three all the way out there. He's just shooting 33% on the season, having only made 4 threes. Inside, and a clean block. Jump ball. Fantastic play by Brenner. Those are the kind of high energy plays you need. Trapping the ball on top of the Falcon player's hand. Inside here, Brinkman dishes it back out. Falcons passing it well. Barker holding down the paint here for the Panthers. It's a big task, and inside of Brinkman, and Barker pokes it loose, but they're going to call a reach on him, I believe. Looked like a clean steal at first, but the late whistle calls it back. 15:51 to go in this game. Wilmot trails 16. Zachary with it. Dishes to Frederick. Inside, and no. bad bounce there for Dylan Anderson. And here's Bruton with it. Wilmot's got to start turning these offensive possessions into points. Passing around here, Barker gives it up. Bruton screen. Watson gives it back to him. Bruton dishes to the corner. They're looking for something beyond the arc. They're not even looking inside right now at all with the passes. Good move by Watson. And they find Brenner. Oh, in and out. Good looking shot. Just couldn't quite get it to stay down. Inside, working on Bruton. Dishes it out. Up and in. 49-30. A 19-point deficit here with 14:40 to go. The Falcons piling it on right now. And a foul. I believe that'll go against Zachary, who is guarding Glass. And it does. And so Zachary will exit the game here. Bruton inbounding. And Brenner nearly gets an and one, but he'll go to the line for two. Well drawn up inbound play there to get Brenner to immediately go up with it. 14:35 to go, down 19. Brenner shoots. It's good. And Gendron will check in for Barker. A little bit of a smaller lineup here for Wilmot. Brenner shoots the second, and it's long. The opposing crowd potentially getting in his head there. Good defense by Watson on Frederick. Frederick gets it back, and he gets a screen. Travel as Frederick got caught up in the spin move. Good defense by Watson, and if Wilmot wants to make a run at this game, I think it's got to happen right now. You've got some momentum. You got 1 point on your last possession, and you forced a turnover. Right now is the time to take some decisive action, hit a three, maybe a highly contested two, something to get some energy going. Here's Glass with it inside, a lot of contact, but no foul. And then Glass will foul. Adam Simmons with the rebound and draws the foul there. Glass fought through a lot of contact to get to the hoop there. Here comes Frederick. Picked up by Watson. They give it up. This squad's been passing well all night. Central's head coach, James Hilberg, should be proud of his squad so far. Both on defense and offense, they've been playing well as Frederick hits a three. 52-31. And as I said, they continue to pile on the points. Gendron with it. Wilmot looking for something on offense, a spark. Watson gives back to Gendron. Bruton in the corner. Driving. And he turns it over. Another poor pass by Wilmot. Simmons with it. Inside. Up and good. And one for Dylan Anderson. And Brenner picking up his third foul already. Early on in the second half. 13:04 to go. He'll exit the game. Replaced by Barker. Anderson's first shot. Excuse me, his only shot. Up and good. So 55-31. Big lead here for the Central Falcons. Good move by Watson and another turnover by Bruton. Too much air under that pass. And a solid plant there by Watson, and he'll draw the offensive foul. Great play Not only does it give Jaden his third foul, but it transfers possession over on the break, saving what was a sure 2-point play. And Bruton turns it over. The third time in 3 possessions, but he misses the layup. Bruton's got to make smarter passes, but here's Gendron on the break. Gives it back to Watson. Inside. Back out. Gendron, the move in. And he'll draw a foul. Shoots 2 at the line. Good move by Gendron to get inside and draw the contact. Now let's see if he can convert the opportunities he has. The first one is short. 12:25 remains in this game as Bruton will check out. Rough stretch of basketball for him. The second is good, so it's 32-55. The Falcons have their foot firmly on top of the gas pedal, and I don't see them relinquishing it yet. Their offense has been executed fantastically. They're turning defense into offense. Barker nearly steals it, but he'll foul instead. Cooper Brinkman picking up, should I say drawing another foul. And Frederick to inbound. Zachary's got it, gives to Brinkman. No foul, a lot of contact. Glass, up ahead, he turns it over. Simmons to Zachary, gives it up. Brinkman, and he can't get it to go. Twice in a row, a lot of contact, but no call. The ref's letting him play right now. Watson, and a reaching foul on Frederick. He's not happy with that call. And the 5th Central foul. Both teams with 5 fouls, and you want to avoid getting the 7. You know, a bonus assist early, 11:47 to go, could really hurt both teams. Wilmot down 23 right now with 11:40 to go. If they're going to make a move at winning this game, it's going to happen soon. Barker dishes back out, nearly turns it over. Watson scoops it back up. Great awareness by Watson there. Inside, and Brenner can't get the fancy layup to go, but Barker can't get his to go either. And a jump ball. Good effort to get the offensive rebounds for Wilmot, but they just couldn't convert. However, they'll retain possession after the jump ball. Timeout called on the floor. Head coach James Hilberg wants to have a quick talk over, but overall, as I said, he should be very pleased with the effort his team is putting in right now. You know, they're doing everything right. The little things, the big things, making their shots, and a big thing as well is they're feeding off the energy that their fan section's providing. You know, this visitor section is nearly packed, as you can see on the left end of the screen there. A lot of screaming, a lot of yelling and chants. Hard to say whether they're getting in Wilmot players' heads, but definitely giving the Falcons some energy. As for Wilmot, they're going to need to figure this out in a hurry. Potentially good timeout here for Wilmot, even though they didn't call it, you know, talk things over. If anyone's going to do it, I think it's Coach Urbantrout. Real level-headed guy, but definitely knows his basketball. He's got something for every situation, and I'm just curious to see what he breaks out here. Teams retake the floor with 11:14 to go. Wilmot down by 23. An important game for seeding purposes in conference right now. As Wilmot tied for 4th and Central solely in 2nd, as Brenner will draw a foul there on the shot. And that's big Zachary with 4 fouls here already. See if there's a replacement coming out for him, and there is. Brenner hits the first. 33-55. So it'll be number 21, Jake Mueller, coming in for Zachary. Brenner second. It's up, and he sinks that one. So Wilmot down 21 now. Frederick takes the ball up the court for the Falcons. Good defense by Glass, and a good pass as well. And another 2 for the Falcons inside. They've been attacking that all day, getting easy points in the paint. Gendron passes inside. And Brenner will draw the foul. Got up kind of an unorthodox hook shot there, but it worked. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. His first. It's up and good. 35-57. 22-point deficit for this Wilmot squad. And big substitution here for Central, as number 13, Joey Mikulau, checks into the game. The second shot is up and good as well. So in his last 4 attempts, Brenner is 4 for 4 from the line. Frederick driving. Good cutoff there by Glass. And Mikulau inside gets it to go. And a 3 from Gendron. Big shot, but Wilmot's going to need some more of that and some defense if they want to get back in it. And he stepped out of bounds. Wilmot ball. A 20-point game. Can the big 3 get this game back into a reasonable distance for Wilmot? 10 minutes to go. Down by 20. Wilmot the sure underdogs in this game, as they haven't beaten Central in just about 3 years. And no foul there on the drive. Glass been fighting through a lot of contact all day. Pass inside, good effort, and no go. Bruton with the rebound. It'd be big to get a bucket here. Watson, fantastic pass. Gendron can't get another one to go. And Mikulau has it, passes it up to Frederick. He works on Glass. Good passing here. And they get it inside once again. Hop step. Oh, it's blocked. Great defense by Brenner. He says, not in my house. As Gendron has it in the corner. Gives to Glass. He'll pull up. And that one's in. 42-59. The 1,000-point score adds 3 more to his total. Mikulau dishes. Brinkman thinks about a 3. Pulls up, can't get it to go, and it's Wilmot ball. Things starting to go Wilmot's way. Could they potentially make a run here with 8:47 remaining in the game? Bruton with it. Drives, good defense here by the Falcons. Gendron cuts, gives, Brenner. That won't go. Good try from 3 though, open look. Frederick's got it. Drives on Glass. Fantastic defense, but just a better take by Frederick. Not a lot you can do about that as a defender. And Glass, he'll get it. A lot of contact again, but he fights his way through it. 44-61, and a foul. To the line here is number 32, Sammy Greco. My mistake, 33, Anderson. And that is good. So 62-44. 8 minutes to go in the game. The second is up, and it's good as well. 63-44. 19-point Central lead. Bruton with it. I think Wilmot's got to turn up the tempo if they want to start getting enough shots to get back in this game. Back to Bruton. Easy look at the bucket, and he'll get it. Way to convert on the easy looks. 46-63. And a steal. Glass on the break. Gets it ahead. Brenner. He gets 2. 4-point run for the Panthers as they cut it down here. Inside, Frederick, and a blocking foul. And he'll go to the line as they're put in bonus by that foul. Frederick will shoot 1 and 1. First shot is up, and it's good. He'll get a second. The second shot is good as well. So 65-48. A 17-point Central lead. Glass inside, and he'll draw the foul. Glass finally getting to the line here, and a big third foul on Frederick. He's run the point all day long, and be hard to lose him here this late in the game. Glass, an uncharacteristic miss at the line there. Wilmot's going to need all of these points. Second shot is up, and that one falls. So a 16-point lead for the Falcons. 7 minutes to go. Passes it up. Good defense by Watson. Mid-range. No good. Brenner the rebound. He'll take it up the court. Here's Glass with it. And he'll draw a foul. That'll put him right to the line as Wilmot's in the bonus. Let's see if he can make good on missing that one free throw earlier by sinking both of these. As Zachary checks back into the game. The first is good. 15-point game. The Panthers were down by over 20 earlier, and they're crawling their way back in it. 14 points. Although with Zachary back in the game, this becomes a much more significant challenge. Good block by Barker. Brenner the board. Here comes Glass on the break. Puts it up, and it's good. Just a 12-point game. 53-65. Wilmot with life. 6:10 to go. They're working inside. It's Brinkman. And he'll draw the foul on the shot. Bruton arguing that Brinkman ran into him, not the other way around. Brinkman's first. It's up and good. Here comes the second. That one is up and good as well. So a 14-point lead for the Falcons with 6 minutes to go. Much more manageable than the 20-point deficit Wilmot was looking at earlier. As Glass misses, but the rebound is corralled in, and Bruton for deep doesn't get it. Here is Zachary. Working on Glass. Gets a screen. And tipped and stolen. Fantastic defense from Brenner. Glass with it. Gives it to nobody. I think the white shirts on the bench confused him. And just a dumb mistake there. Wilmot with a self-inflicted turnover.
Timeout Central.
Central takes another timeout, and just up 14. Head coach James Hilberg is not breathing as easy as he was just a few minutes ago. 5:36 to go. This Wilmot squad has got a shot, but they're going to need some help from Jeremy Bruton, Latrell Glass, and Kyle Jenner down the stretch. And if those guys are doing it and it spreads, kind of contagious, maybe Watson hits a few shots, then they're back in business. But I think the key is defense fueling the offense, getting out on the break. They gotta give a reason for these fans to cheer right now. They're a little bit quiet in the student section here at Wilmot. As the teams retake the court here, we're closing in on an exciting finish. Central with 9 fouls and Wilmot with 8. Inbound here, and it's Frederick with the ball. Watson with the defense. Gives it to Zachary. Hasn't played much this second half because of his high foul count. And Glass tips the ball out of bounds. Good play by him. It's the key to coming back here. Playing strong defense and turning it into offense. Inbound there to Anderson. Gives it up. Here's Zachary. Working on Glass. Dishes. Gives it back. Passing a lot on the perimeter here. And they get it inside to Simmons. No good. Barker with the rebound. Fantastic defense by Bruton. And he nearly loses it, but it will remain with Wilmot. Good defense by the Falcons there. Try to force the ball out of Bruton's hands. And Glass turns it over. Another dumb mistake there by the Panthers. They got to start limiting those turnovers. As they're just down 14 with 4:40 to go. A comeback is within reach, but they got to start making moves soon. Zachary with the ball. Fancy footwork by him. Gets it out, and an easy 2 points on the give and go. 69-53. Glass passes it off of Barker's back, and Watson for 3. Give the assist to Barker's back. 56-69. Frederick with it. Good dish to Zachary. And he'll draw the foul. Latrell Glass flying in there, trying to get a block, but just ran over Zachary instead.
Zachary to the line.
And Zachary to shoot here. I believe he'll get 2. They're going to say that was on the shot. First is up, and it's good. So 70-56. $14-point lead. He can put it at 15 with a make. And it will be a 15-point lead for Central. Glass with it. Pulls up from deep, and that's short, but Brenner the rebound. Gives to Bruton. He's got a quick trigger, and that shot may have been altered. Great closeout by the Falcons. Frederick with it. Driving. Glass nearly steals it. And the defense comes up. 4-on-3 for the Falcons, and they take the opportunity. The lead growing here for the Falcons. And it's going to take a miracle for Wilmot to win this game with just 3:20 to go. Bruton dishes to Brenner. Great move to the basket for 2. Driving inside, kicks it, Simmons. Airballs that one long. And out of bounds, it'll be Wilmot ball. .306 remains in this game. Bruton will inbound, and Brenner gives it right back to him. Wilmot down 15. Here's Gendron. Sees the double team, gets it back to Bruton. And kicked ball there by the Falcons. Wilmot will retain possession. 2:49 to go. Here's Glass. Making his move inside. Layup. Oh! Count it! What a move by Glass, showing off the athleticism. And can add the and one. What a layup. That's going on all of his highlight reels. 73-61 with 2:42 to go. Timeout here by Wilmot. Coach Urbantraut wants to talk it over. His squad just down 12 points. It's a 4-possession game. This game has been a lot closer than any of the other games in the past 2 years that this Wilmot squad has played against Central. Usually falling to them by 20 to 30 points. They're keeping it tight tonight, and that's what you like to see. It's a sign of growth over the years. And they'll retake the court here. Central inbounding. It'll be Simmons. Wilmot bringing the press. This Wilmot squad's got to be tired, though. They've had the same lineup for about the whole game. Oh! Glass sends it back. He's playing his best basketball for these last couple minutes. And the Central fan section retorts with a chant of scoreboard. And Zachary with the easy 2. So 75-61. 14-point game, and Glass turns it over. Here come the Falcons. Euro step, no good. And a third attempt, and they'll get it to go there. 77-61, and that bucket might be the nail in the coffin with just 2 minutes to go. Oh! A deep one. 64-77. Can Zachary respond? And he does. 80-64, a high-scoring affair here in Veterans Memorial Fieldhouse. And Glass overshoots Watson. And that'll definitely do it with 1:41 to go. The Panthers down 16. It's a good effort for this Panther squad tonight. They just kind of had a lapse during that first half and the second part of it. They had them for a little bit, but they let this Falcon squad go on a run, and they really never recovered from that point. And Dylan Anderson will go to the line. Shooting 2. The first is up, and that's good. (81-64) with 1:27 to go. The second is up, and no good. Rattles out. Brenner the rebound. Here's Glass. Drives and turns it over again. 3 possessions in a row with a Glass turnover. And Zachary will draw a foul on the other end with 1:16 to go. He'll shoot 2. He's going to salt away this game at the line with 1:16 to go. First is up and no good. And a big substitution here for Wilmot as Girardi, Sandman, and Coleman check in for Glass, Bruton, Gendron, and Brenner. Grizel also checking in. Makes sense. Those 4 have played almost every minute of tonight's game, and you got to get them some rest and acknowledge that Central's won this ball game. Zachary's second, and that is good. 82-64. Watson with it. Passes. Here's Sandman. To Coleman. Good pass inside to Grizel. And he gives it back out. 55 seconds to go. Gives to Sandman. Inside to Girardi. Coleman thinks about a 3 but passes it up. And Girardi gets on the board. His first bucket of the night. 66-82. 33 seconds to go. Anderson gives it up to Simmons. And they're just going to run out this clock, I believe, with 17 seconds to go. Ten seconds. And we'll end it on a strong chant from the opposing fan section. Hard-fought game by both teams, but the potent offense of the Falcons just too much for Wilmot to handle at the end there. It looked like they would have them for a little bit, but it was too much. Good sportsmanship here as both teams shake hands, and let's just see Wilmot bounce back from this. You know, they've still got more conference games. They're going to go on a little bit of a road trip. We will join you next with a girls' home game. But until our next time here in the booth, we thank you for joining us here, and have a great night, folks.